I have time, so I'm going to do another reading today. This reading is all about, do you have what it takes? This reading is for those of you who are about to venture in on a new business, a new relationship, a new way of looking at things, perhaps rekindling something. New. If new is what you want in your life, do you have what it takes? Page of Pentacles is the bottom card. That would right away suggest that you do, especially when it comes to work. Three of Pentacles, the World, Strength, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. And that is all driven by the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. How deep do I want to go? The Tower, yeah. Nine of Wands. Okay, so if you want to just have the short, quick answer, yes, you do. Now, if you want a little explanation, you can hang around and wait for me to clarify. But yeah, you have the skills, you have the energy, you have the fortitude, you have the self-reliance, you have the knowledge, you have the focus, and most importantly, you have a divine purpose, right? So yes, you do. You have what it takes for this new thing you're about to do. I said particularly, it's probably work related. For most of you, I'm not getting a lot of romance here, but yeah, you have what it takes. The whole world is at your feet. Inner strength. The only cautionary tale is to look beneath the surface of things. Don't glaze over when it comes to matters of contracts or partnerships, relationships with other like business to business, or the minutia, like the details are very important. So be very careful, do your due diligence, look below the surface of things. If something looks too good to be true, like these lotus flowers on top of the water, if something looks too good to be true, look underneath. Make sure they're not growing in mud like most lotus flowers are. If something looks too good to be true, make sure you investigate it before you are tied to it. Wheel of Fortune is here, so, and that leads into the Moon. So Wheel of Fortune has good and bad luck. With the rest of the cards that are on this Gypsy spread, I would say you have good luck on your side now, but things change, right? So you've got to kind of flow with it. There's a lot of water energy with this reading, and I'm having crazy deja vu right now, which is like, maybe you're having deja vu. Maybe this is a business or a thing that you've tried to do before, but it didn't work out quite right, and now you know how to do it right. If that's the case, I think you have a really good shot this time. The only thing that I wish was different is the Page of Pentacles. I wish it was the Queen or the King of Pentacles. Coming in as a page makes me sort of wonder if you don't have a bit of immaturity about your view, a bit of immaturity in your view toward this particular new adventure or new business. So continue to learn, continue to grow, and continue to meditate on the best path forward at every turn. Look underneath those lotus flowers, I'm telling you. I love this deck. It's an unusual deck, and it's been really talkative on camera. For me personally, when I do readings for others, cameras are off. It doesn't like to talk so much, but it loves the spotlight apparently. All right, so I think what I just did was pull a little bit of clarification of where this is coming from. So this looks like it's coming from a tower moment that you had, and so a tower moment would occur when your whole world sort of changes. That can be brought to you by hitting rock bottom. It can be brought to you by a new perspective, by a shift in how you see the world. I think however that was brought to you, the only thing I would, I have more to say, but I'm not going to say it. All right, so the tower brought you to this place, it feels like. There's a self-betrayal behind what is encouraging you to do this new thing. So there's a little bit of, you recognize now, you had that tower moment where you recognize that you had false expectations. This is coming through to me as maybe even there was a facade, whether it was either something or someone that you loved that didn't love you back. I see this water going back into the cup. I see a very reverse motion here. I'm just kind of looking into how you got to this moment in this part of the reading, and it looks like it's coming from finally seeing how things were, and that maybe there was a little betrayal and maybe a little falseness into how either someone portrayed their feelings for you, or what your perspective was, that there were feelings or something was for you, but it wasn't. And then the tower moment. So we've brought you to this point. I love it. Okay, so I just did a little digging into where it came from, but I want to continue using this deck because this deck was definitely talking to me. I want to clarify strength. I would say you've done your, if this isn't, I'd be really surprised if this isn't a second attempt at something. But if it isn't, then at the very least you've put a lot of energy into perfecting your craft or perfecting the way that you want to go forward, practicing your skill set. You've put a lot of energy and thought into how you would do it better and again, and I think that's going to show. I think it's going to pay off. Just like I said, be wary of that lotus and what is underneath. and realize that your luck is good now, but it might change. So I would like to see this Strength card give me like a King of Pentacles, maybe Hierophant. I'd like to see something stronger than the Page of Pentacles bringing this to us. There's a little bit of immaturity. That card just flew out. It doesn't really resonate with me, but it did come out. It's the Six of Swords. You know, I mean, if you wanted to interpret it one way, this might be a childhood dream of yours. If that's the case, and that's why it's brought to us by the Page of Pentacles. Maybe it was a boyish dream. Maybe it's, you know, it's not just about immaturity, it's about literal immaturity is when this dream sort of had its creation moment. Oh, okay, so let's just look and see what Strength has to offer us. It's the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is stoic, is knowledgeable, is no bullshit. And that is our bottom card, brought to us also the Nine of Wands, Temperance. So this is something that you've been waiting to do for quite some time. This is something that has required a lot of inner dialogue and inner fortitude to wait for. And you feel like this is the right moment to do it, and I would say you're right. And the card underneath that was the Hanged Man. You've had some time to reflect, and you feel like you know how to do it right now. And I would agree. I'm not particularly worried about the Nine of Wands because I see that as close to the end and beginning of something new. I think something had to end for you to have this new beginning. I like this reading a lot. I think you have a lot of potential with this new experience. Just want to pull like 1 or 2 or 3 cards on the Wheel of Fortune. I don't really want to get into astrology too much on this channel. But there is a lot of water elements. If you believe in that type of thing, you might be dealing with a Pisces, maybe a Scorpio in terms of the business, or if you're re-entering into a love situation. But then there's also a lot of fire, and I keep seeing it, especially in Strength. I think the fire is significant to me, but just want to pull like a couple off for the Wheel of Fortune, and the cards are not being too quick to come. The reason that I brought up the astrology piece of it is the world definitely has those star signs they're really speaking to me up in the sky, the celestial signs. But it's there's some there's some frustration. She pops back out, like the universe is like, do not forget about the Queen of Swords. There's the okay, so I feel like maybe you are, like, with all this knowledge and with the heartbreak and things you've experienced along the way, you've learned a lot, but also you're not just stoic. Maybe you also are ready to fight for this for once. Maybe you didn't before. Maybe you just let it slip away before. Ace of Wands is the bottom card, fueled by the Two of Cups on the Wheel of Fortune. So much water. So much water. The Emperor. The Six of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. So why is it lucky now? Why is it lucky now? Because of that mastery, because you feel like you have the confidence now and you feel like this is destined. There's a little bit of a harvest energy now, a little bit of good luck. So it's like if you planted potatoes this season, then they're really coming up and your harvest is very strong. It kind of feels like that, and I don't know why I said potatoes, but I did. So yeah, I there's definitely luck here. I think that if this is a childhood dream and you're trying it again, the luck is with you. And I think the universe has your back with this. The only thing is be cautious, pay attention to the details, go through contracts with a fine-tooth comb, and, give everything sort of that watery mess test. And I don't know what that means. But yeah, I think, yes, in terms of this new venture, it is definitely going to be successful if you put all the energy into it that you need to. I think that's no secret at all. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. Remember that the readings from anyone are sort of influenced by whoever reads the cards, and that is across the board, no matter who you watch. But if you find something that resonates with you and you feel like it helps you along your path, then that's what it's all about as well. And if you did like this video, please like it and maybe subscribe. Have a great week.